Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I look to sell and trade this week. The first forward, Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers. So Leonard, believe it or not, he's been healthy pretty much the majority of the season, missing a few games here and there with his Clipper team. And right now, Leonard, he re-signed to a nice extension a few weeks ago, and this year 24.4 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.7 steals, 2.4 threes, and 53% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Kawhi, 27.8 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.3 blocks, 2.8 threes, and 59% from the field. So Leonard, he's been a 5 or 6 category type of player now over the last few weeks here for this Los Angeles Clipper team. And we know he's a great player, no doubt about it. But you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop, where Leonard really hasn't been healthy over the last 3 or 4 seasons, playing a lot of games and putting up consistent numbers. But no doubt about it, he's done it this season, but we'll see what happens as the year goes on. And right now, I think you can get 2 good players in a deal for Kawhi. February 2nd at the Pistons, 33 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, a block, 6 threes, 70% from the field. February 4th at the Heat, 25 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 threes, 50% from the field. In February 5th at Atlanta, 36 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, a steal, a block, 5 threes, 65% from the field. So getting a lot of good looks. Obviously, he's on a team with James Harden, Paul George, Russell Westbrook. You're going to get a lot of good looks. You're going to get in the right position with guys who can pass the basketball like that. And you're going to put up points. So Leonard's been healthy this season. This Clipper team, they're definitely trying to prove people wrong after they got off to a slow start after the Harden deal. But they've been on a tear now over the last 2 months of the season. And right now, while Leonard's at peak value and he's healthy, knock on wood, this is a perfect time to sell him high, because you just don't know with Leonard. He could go down at any time. And this Clipper team as well, with all those big-time scorers on that roster, we could start seeing Leonard rest towards the end of the year if they got things clinched up the off spot. Next sell, Brandon Ingram of the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram's starting to get it going over the last few weeks, where his scoring was down for a 3-4 week period a couple weeks ago. So on the year, 21.8 points a game, 5 boards, 5.7 assists, 1.5 threes, and 49% from the field here for Ingram. But the last 2 weeks, like I said, he's bumped his scoring back up a bit. 24 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5.9 assists, a block, 1.9 threes, and 53% from the field. So Ingram, he's becoming a little bit more of a well-rounded player over the last couple seasons. But scoring has definitely been an issue a little bit this year with Ingram, with obviously Zion Williamson healthy so far for the majority of the season. CJ McCollum being with this Pelican team the whole season, where last year he was traded towards the deadline to New Orleans, is definitely going to take the ball out of Ingram's hands a little bit, and his numbers are going to go down. But the last few games, they've gone pretty well here for Ingram. January 31st at Houston, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 47% from the field. February 2nd at the Spurs, 19 points, 4 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block, at 3, 46% from the field. And February 5th versus the Raptors, 41 points, 6 boards, 9 assists, a block, 8 threes in that one, and 76% from the field. So coming off a 41-point game where he just went off shooting 76% and hitting 8 threes, he's at peak value. That's the best game easily we've seen from Ingram, and possibly his best efficiency as well in his NBA career. So right now, well, he's getting his numbers up over the last couple weeks, even though you could see them dropping off a little bit once again for Brandon Ingram. He's a perfect sell high this weekend. The third and final forward I look to sell in trades, Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets. So Brandon Miller, it's been a pretty solid rookie season for him. In the last few weeks, he's really taken off as an elite scorer for this Hornet team. 16.4 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 2.3 threes a game, and 44% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, he's been on a tear. 23.3 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.3 steals, 3.4 threes, and 45% from the field here for Brandon Miller. So he's got a knack of scoring the basketball. We know LaMelo Ball, he's been out for a week or two now with his injury. Gordon Hayward, he's been banged up, not playing. Mark Williams as well. So opportunity's been there for Brandon Miller, and he's making the most of it. But we know these rookies hit the wall at some point, and I believe these numbers are going to go down. And like I said, when Ball comes back, that's going to be the ball out of his hands, no pun intended, as well. And his numbers are going to start to drop a bit. February 2nd at the Thunder, 28 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 5 threes, 57% from the field. February 4th versus the Pacers, 35 points, 6 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks, 5 threes, 40% from the field. And February 5th versus the Lakers, 33 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 4 steals, 5 threes, 52% from the field. So the last 2 weeks here, Miller's definitely gone out there. He's putting up elite numbers and playing at a high level. But like I said, with a few players returning sooner than later in Ball, possibly Gordon Hayward, if they don't trade him or buy him out, he's going to get minutes back as well in this lineup. Miller's stats are going to go down. So right now, while he's red hot and playing at a high level, he's a perfect sell high forward this week. So that's a few forwards I look to sell and trade for week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.